We are starting now. Last phase of the Trackmania, or like of the combine match between the TMGL players and the OGL players. It's safe to say that we have Afi and Gwen, who are right now in first and second place. Okay, restart then. What about Matt? Where's Matt? I mean, how many points does Matt have? Okay, but we're starting here. It's the fourth and final step or phase of the combine match between the Trackmania Grandleague players and the OGL players. It's safe to say that we have two new faces in the Trackmania Grandleague with Gwen and Afi. They both qualified, but the question is, who are they qualifying to? We have Matt with 32 points, Marcin and Revolution with Matt has 32 points, as well as Marcin. Revolution has 30 points, and then we have Coco and Roland with 23 and 21 points. So theoretically, everything can be possible here. And we see Massa with a very good start, as well as Coco, and that I was talking about. I mean, of course, this is taking a little bit longer, but still, Coco is having a very good start, and right now it's not really looking good for Revolution and Matt. They are both right now on P14, and also Roland is pushing it. But of course, Egger being a little bit further behind. Of course, players are gathering points throughout the first three steps here, or first three maps, and then they can lose their maps on map number 4, 5, and 6. The map order is Mini XXL, Sky Hero, Bunny Hop. Then we have Contest Diving as the fourth map, the first map where you can lose points, Zeppelin, and then we have Rock and Roll. But look at this, what a close fight here for that first place. Also Lego, he wants to show that he can maybe even overtake Yannex here. Yannex, who got a very, very unfortunate bug in the knockout in the prior phase, is unfortunately not able to catch up to the first and second best OGL player here, but nevertheless, he wants to still have a saying here. He got this bug right here, and now he's avoiding it. Yeah, each phase gives points, as well as the regular season. So you have the Afi got first in the OGL phase, and he got 16 points, as well as Pack was the first player who didn't go to LAN. He got 16 points as well. And then we had Roland, who was last, who only got 2 additional points. So a little bit like the loser and winner bracket system. If you go through from winner bracket, you grant yourself some points. Yannick's taking a very conservative lead, therefore gets overtaken by Marcin. But we see a mistake by Lego here, so not great news for him. He gets overtaken by multiple players. As we see him drops down to P12. Actually, Vulnera also overtaking him. And we see Pack also in the mix. Pack in P8. But only 1 second behind the leader, who's Massa right now. So we have no 100 euro that will be distributed among the players here. Because this is actually do or die for all of the players. We see Coco, however, not with the best start here, as he is very, very far behind. And also Gran is here on P13. But maybe he just doesn't care anymore, because he has qualified anyway. Or just played the last maps here. So we will see. Alright, fastest player times are here. Gwen 1:30.39. Afi as well, as it seems, same time. And then Gwen, Yannex being 0.23 behind both of the players. So Coco approaching this identity on place number 13. But maybe he can catch up. He's in dire need of some points. Otherwise, he is out. He's out, but of course we have 6 maps, so everything can happen here. But it's looking good for Roland right now. He's in P3, as we can see here, just behind Bren and Massa. So great job there from the Austrian. Everything can happen here, and Roland really shows what he's capable of doing, battling out with Marcin and Pack right now. Oh, what is going on here? It is not decided yet who is going out. Yeah, and also to impress organizations. So a lot of things. Just play good here. That's really important. Egger right now in last, and it's safe to say that he will most likely not qualify to the Trackmania Grandleague unless an organization wants to pick him up. Ooh, Roland gets overtaken by Pack, however, here in P5. But we can see here the top 5 are the Trackmania Grandleague players. Then we have Yannick's, Gwen, and Lego behind, just ahead of Matt. Going into round number 4 here, as it seems. Wait, I'll move my face cam a bit, because I think like that it's better. So yeah, let's see. No mistakes. Massa not choking the identity this time. So this is looking good for the German. Matt does it really good. Look at this, but look at the speed from Afi. So Matt actually dropping, not behind, but loses some speed. But Roland making a mistake and gets overtaken by Revolution, his direct opponent. And Roland plays, oh no. Roland plays golf with friends. He pulls the Riolu and is now in last place. Come on, Jack. You can't be serious. No way. So this is bad news for Roland. And actually, Coco, Matt, and Revolution, and as well as Marson, who is right now in first, actually, will capitalize from that. The organization decides if they want to drop a TMGL player. And you have Orgless players, and they could be replaced with a different player. For example, if Revolution is now third last, he could get replaced by Yannick's or something like that. Because Yannick's is, I don't know, more trained or just fits in the format better or something like that. So yeah, something like that could happen. But it's safe to say that the last 2 and the first 2 players of TMGL or OGL are qualifying. Look at this identity from Massa. Also, Gwen does it really good. Going into the last lap. Massa with an insane time. With what the fuck was this time? It was a 1:11 by Gwen actually. But Massa also with a very good identity. Holy moly. What is happening here? Vulnera dropping further behind. It is right now 16 seconds behind. So Roland gets a Solus and grants himself maybe even 2 points. So this could be important in the end. But what is Massa on? Massa is on drugs, not making any major mistakes. But of course, the one that more identity is remaining. Top 8 TMGL is affected. Bottom 8 of TMGL is going out. And then maybe like a player like who is only third could also be affected. But it would be a dumb decision. So the better you play here, the better it is for you to get to presentate yourself. Right now it's really looking good for Massa here. Look at that. Because Massa is in first as well as Gwen and Peck. So those are the kind of players you're looking for. And also Yannick is playing pretty good. So he's capable of showing what he's doing. But look at this. What is Gwen doing? Okay, I thought for a minute that Gwen had more speed. But Massa will win the first map. Gwen in second, Peck in third. And then we have Yannick's, Afi, Marson, Revolution, Coco, Matt, Hedra, Lego, Tricky, Egger, Roland is finishing as well. And then we have Vulnera, so no position changes here. Yeah, I don't know. We will see everything. I think everything is pretty unclear. But I think we will see more than 2 swap outs. But yeah, Roland, after this mistake, only gets himself 2 points. And Afi did the fastest time and granting himself 8 plus 2 points here. What a great job for him. So, yeah, moving into the next map, which will be Sky Hero. I mean, if Carl Jr. can play, if he just can play, if he wants to travel the world or something, then they need to replace someone for Carl Jr. Okay, Canastos with the information yet again. Massa with the fastest time. Then we have Pack and Afi. So only quote unquote, one OGL player here. But yeah, great time there from Afi, to say the least. Great time. Yeah, it's the play. But they can't be kicked out. I mean, there could be some other reasons. For example, if a player misbehaves or something like that. It's like in football. It's the same as in football, I would say. But if an organization doesn't want to work with you, then it's fine. Or if a player is orgless and doesn't find an organization, and then, for example, Yannick finds an organization, then he can play. I will definitely say that. But anyways, 3 minutes of warm-up though. So this is roughly 2 maps. Of course, we have the multi-lab maps here. Step 7, it's saying. That's pretty weird. But yeah, understandable. I mean, I couldn't see why you should kick the top 2 or the second place player. It could theoretically happen, but I think that this would be a dumb decision by the organizers because Scrappy is such a good player. So Vulnera only 16th place for him. Egger also only 14th. But I mean, you're playing against one of the best players here. The top or the bottom 8 of the Trackmania Grandleague. We see the top 24 players here, so this is nothing to joke around with. I mean, I played against the TMGL, against the OGL players once, against the top, in the top match, and I know that this is super hard to do. They're so good. But yeah, anyways. Seems that Afi has a good warm-up. I mean, Yannick's has a good warm-up. I've just seen the Swiss flag. No, Organis is not an organization. They doesn't have an organization. It's Revolution, Roland, and Scrappy, because Scrappy's organization hopped off. But I mean, Scrappy's performance was so good that he will definitely find an organization now. So his team did a terrible mistake. Yeah. Ooh, Yannick's with a good identity here. He will be very happy. I mean, this is just cool to see that that Yannick is performing so good right now and just pushing it. So hopefully he will find something just because of one small mistake. This should not decide his faith, or his not his faith, his miracle. Alright, so warm-up is over in 5 seconds. Yeah. I mean, a bug is always a mistake because it's clear, but this kind of bug, no. Let's go. Map number 2, it's Bunny Hop. Being top 16, so no point loss will hit the players here. I will keep my eye on Roland here for that first round. Gets a good start. I think this map suits Roland pretty good, actually. Actually, now in the top 8 of the players. Yeah, he's in 7th place. Only Revolution dropped a bit further behind, as well as Matt. Hedra as well. But let's go back to Roland. Right now, P8 for him. Didn't get the best line here. Marston with a lot of speed. Yet again, his third line seems to be very superior. But Massa, Afi, and Gwen coming a bit closer. And Gwen actually overtaking the lead here. Gwen in first with his alternative line. Not sure if it's really that faster. But yeah, he just... Yeah, maybe he knew that... I don't know. Maybe some players went for the left and right side approach. But now they practiced that one. So maybe they are a bit confused now. So Gwen... just saved it there. Legu, however, with the first mistakes as well as Hedra, and Bren also a bit further behind. Then we have Roland 1.5 seconds behind as well. So a lot of mistakes. I think it's really interesting because players are just in the round mode of the map and maybe they get some things wrong. Roland saving it though and didn't get a lot of speed over that stretch. It's still Gwen, Afi, and Yannick. So 3 OGL players in first. Matt in 4th place. Really nice to see that. And then we have Massa in 5th. Not the best speed outcome here for the German player. As we see Egger just lurking in the shadows. So Egger really shows what he's capable of doing. Only 1 second behind the leader by the name of Gwen right now. Oh, but you see it's really clustered here for that 9th place. Or for that 10th place. Or till that 10th place. We see a lot of players here. But oh, we've seen... Who was that? I think it was Coco with a mistake here. We can see actually different lines. Yeah, wallbangs are banned. I forgot that. Yeah, wallbangs are banned, so players should not wallbang there. I thought, yeah, why are they not wallbang? But they're not allowed to do that. So that's why I was a bit surprised by that. Roland making an additional mistake and right now drops down to P13. Vulnera is too far away to catch up to him, but still Roland with a terrible mistake here. And also Pack is here on the top 8 placement. But everything can change. The pressure is kicking in on the 4th map. But Gwen with a mistake. And he gets he loses multiple positions. Didn't get a lot of speed. Coco and Roland are also here in the mix. So both of them will be really happy about that. So Gwen choking here. And Gwen down to P13. P13 for Gwen. Oh man, oh man. I mean, we have still 3 rounds to go. But 4 seconds is a really, really hard time loss that you have to compensate. Oh, Roland up with the west line. Didn't get a lot of speed over that stretch here. But he's batting it out here with Gwen here. Both are going for that line here. But Roland seems to fail it, right? Oh, yeah, Roland failed it. But only a small touch here. But wait, who was that? It was Coco. Coco didn't have to respawn. But he is super far behind. And will lose additional seconds toward that first place. So Roland now P12. He needs to rely on several other mistakes. Tricky dropping down as well. So back and forth here, as well as Matt down from that top 8. Yannick still in first. Nice to see that with a 1:10.45. That's 0.2 seconds behind my PB. So very good time here. Oh, did I do a 1:10? No, I think I did a 1:11. So this is 0.7 or 0.8 ahead of my PB. So great time there by Yannick. I think I did a 1:10 high, but I'm not sure. But yeah, Yannick's doing really good. Afi just 1.5 seconds behind him. Then we have Bran Massa betting out with Revolution. Revolution in dire need of some points. I mean, he accumulated 6 points in the prior step or in the prior map. But he's not safe yet. Peck does it perfectly fine here. Goes for the early drift. Revolution as well, pretty good, as well as Tricky, but they don't have enough speed, or they don't have enough speed compared to what's Peck. So Peck was able to catch up, but he didn't get a good drift here. So he's in P6 now. Revolution is getting pressurized, and what was that? Bren gets overtaken by multiple players and drops down to P9, and all of a sudden Gwen is in the mix here for that top 3 placement after making a terrible mistake. So Gwen had to do some catch-up work, but now he's back to P4 actually. What a battle here, going into that second last lap between all of the players. Massa working a bit further behind as well. And let's see. Roland is still in P10. Gwen with a 19.73. What is that time? So I think he mixed something in his coffee and is actually up to that 4th place again. Peck in P3. Afi and Yannick, both of the Exalti players, are in the top 2. And Yannick is just playing out of his mind. What a great round for him. We see 2 left and 2 right side approaches here. As we see Gwen coming a little bit closer towards Afi and Peck. So what a fight here for that 2nd place. Peck falls a bit further behind though. Now down to P4. And we see Afi and Gwen capitalizing from this line. Massa P9, he gives us a good overview, but he clips there. So let's go with Bren here, respecting it out with Marcin. So nice fight here. Oh, but Peck! What did Peck do? Peck hit the wall and is now down to P9. Is Roland capitalizing from that? He could eventually do that. Oh, risking it super much. Almost touching the reverse bump block there. But he manages to stay ahead, but touches here and therefore gets overtaken by Matt. So Ronan down to P11, and I think this is set in stone that he will stay there. Oh, look at Gwen. Gwen is now to P2. What is this guy doing? This wonder child only making 1 mistake, almost a full stopping, and still in P2. So can he grant himself the 1st place, or is it Yannick who can gain himself 20 points through his account, to his account? Who is that? Who's gonna take it? Yannick going to the left. Afi going to the left as well. And we have Gwen not with the best landing here, and therefore Afi comes a bit closer towards Gwen. So who's gonna get that 2nd place? In the meantime, we see Massa falling very far behind. As you can see here, he's now P13. What did Massa do? He gets overtaken by Coco here, but let's focus here on this battle here for that 2nd place. Is it Afi or Gwen? Both in between 100 of a second. Oh, Afi now with the best jump. Gwen does it really good, but Afi with more speed. Who's gonna take it here? It's most likely being Gwen. Gwen in 2nd. What a great comeback. Tricky in 4th. Revolution 5th. And then Peck finishing as well. Roland in 10th place. Vulnera also finishing a little bit further behind. 12 seconds, but still 7:19 for him. Coco, Massa, Legu also finishing. But what a comeback there from Gwen after making a terrible mistake. Oh, is Ager? Yep, Ager is able to finish. But yeah, very good. This is a very good advertisement for Yannick's winning this map. GG. 7:06 is really good, but yeah, Gwen 1:09.61. What is this time? Insane. So yeah, let's keep a look on the standings. Massa down to P13 after making a mistake. I didn't know what happened there. I didn't capture that, but he only got himself 3 points here. But Massa still in third, but look how close that is. No player really ran away, and it's really close here for all of those places here. The next map will be Bunny Hop Sky Hero actually. Right? Is it Sky Hero? No, we have played Zeppelin. We have played Mini XXL, Sky Hero. Wait, Sky Hero. Wait, this is map number 3, right? Okay, then it's different compared to the other map order, because then it is no Sky Hero. Okay, then we have Zeppelin here. Okay, I'm confused because the map order for the seeding was different as well as for the other one. But yeah, we have now a Zeppelin coming up by MD Point. A very, very long map, and I think we can see a lot of mistakes here. Roland has to push it here, and he needs to show that he is has nerves of steel. Because he's in dire need of some points, as well as Coco. They need to make some catch-up work. Or need to rely on a mistake from another person. I mean, the bottom 8 places will be super important. They will be super important for all of the players. Because if you're like 9th on the last map, you will be 9th. And if you're 16th, you will be 16th. So this is so important. Just keep that into consideration. Or if you get 8th or 7th and you just got 2 very good maps. This is super important. Then you get like a top 5 placement or something like that. So yeah. We will see. Ooh, Afi with a very risky line. You could have really seen from the approach that he didn't do it good. But now he will practice the respawn route yet again. Yep, this looks good for him. Great job there from Afi. Now they need to adapt because it's not multi-lap anymore. Or it is multi-lap now and not single lap, because the transition now to the first drift is very important. All right. All right, let's go. End of warm-up. Match will start. Bean top 16, no point loss yet again. Last map where players can accumulate points. As we see Pack going for that safe strat yet again. And he's, oh, it was Ronan actually. So Ronan not making any mistake here. And just went for the safe line, as we see Revolution being a little bit further behind, but also Roland making a mistake, and Gwen as well. So they are the players who right now are 1 second behind of the rest of the pack. Yannick is leading so far with a good, comfortable lead, I wanted to say, but then we have Massa just yeeting away with so much speed here. What is that Massa speed? Oh man, he's 0.2 ahead already. Hedra, Egger, and also Bren are here in the mix. So great speed outcome there from all of the players. As we can see, Morrison as well dropping down. And Roland actually is capitalizing from that and is now only 2 seconds behind the leader, who's still Massa. Gwen coming closer towards the rest of the pack, but still 1 second behind. Pack is in 12. Oh, who made that mistake? It was Legu. Didn't get the best line here over that stretch. But now the first identity is coming up. The first identity is coming up, and it will be super interesting to see. Hedra is definitely not able to do that jump good. Oh, he's not, and also Massa with a mistake. So what is happening here? Roland survives it, so he is really capitalizing from that. Now up to P12. A lot of mistakes here from all of the players. So what a clown fiesta. Agea also not getting a smooth jump, and as well as Legu. So Roland up to P10. This is really looking good for the Austrian here, but went for that additional slap. But who was that? It was Revolution making a mistake. So what a really a lot of mistakes have been done here by the players. So Roland will definitely be happy about that after that first small mistake here in the first lap, that he will catch up to another player here, Tricky. So he's up to P9. Wow. So not making a mistake here, and you up to the 9th place. Afi in first. Behind him there is Bren, and then we have Pack, Gwen in 4th, Vulnera in 5th place, but Pack dropping down towards that 7th place. So not great news for him. Legu just behind, and then we already have Roland 3 seconds behind the leader. But we're approaching this identity for the second time now, as we've seen a lot of mistakes in the first round. Oh, Roland touching the CP though, but he didn't lose too much time with that. I thought for a minute that he lost more than that, but only have a second of a time loss for him. Alright, identity for the second time. Roland does it really good here, but Vulnera had to respawn, so Roland up to P8. And he does that one perfectly fine as well. Who drops down as well? No one, but oh yeah, everyone seems to survive this one here. But Roland not getting the best landing, and therefore was barely able to jump over that. Then we see also Afi dropping down from P1, I think, to P12 now. So Gwen all of a sudden is in a lead, and battling out with Gwen, and Coco's also here, surprisingly. Nice to see that. So Pack 4th place, pretty good for him. Roland as well with a 7th place. Legu just behind Matt here for that 5th place, but Matt not getting a very good transition here. Therefore had too much airtime, had to readjust his line, and is a little bit further behind now. So Legu was able to capitalize from that mistake. Alright, so Revolution, after that horrendous mistake in that second lap at the beginning, he finds himself in P9. Just behind, or just ahead of him, there is Marcin, and have a second behind we have Egea. Ooh, but Egea not with the strongest line, so Yannick's will come a bit closer. And we see Vulnera actually getting overlapped here by some of the players. So Vulnera not feeling this map at all, so maybe he's going for the 3-map strategy. Oh, but Vulnera failing again, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. And Roland comes closer and closer towards Matt here, as you can see. So, oh, Matt not actually got a good landing as well as Roland. So both of the players are able to get a smooth landing here. So still no position changes, as we see Marcin dropping a bit further down as he felt his identity, but he is able to, yeah, get it good again. Massa also not feeling this map, down to P15 and almost failing this Zeppelin again. So Roland and Matt, this is the battle, and also Coco here. Battle here for that second place, because those are some valuable 2 points that he could get more compared towards Revolution or someone else. But he's getting attacked by Pack at the moment, so what a battle here for that third place. That's the closest right now, as we can see here. Okay, so Gwen still in first, holding strong into that fourth identity we go. So 2 more laps remain and 3 more identities to come. So see Pack with more speed into that part. So let's go ahead and follow Coco here. Both are making it. Pack jumping very far up. But I thought for a minute he would touch, but nothing has happened. So Pack will actually decrease the lead towards the Pack. It looked like that, but he just jumped very early. And it is actually Coco who comes a little bit closer towards Bran here. Agir in the meantime drops behind as well as Pack. Pack down to P5, gets overtaken by Legu, and also Matt is here in the mix, and Roland is a bit further behind. So this will be the cracking point here. Agir drops further behind, now 16 seconds behind the leader by the name of Gwen. So Gwen's still in the lead. Great performance by the player playing for Team Game Ward, the 15-year-old wonder child. Wow, he's playing super good and already has qualified himself here for the Trackmania Grandleague. But the question is, who is going to be replaced? The replacement, because right now it's Roland with 21 points in last of the TMGL place. Then we have Coco, who's doing an outstanding job with 23 points, so in total of the combine ranking, in second last. And then we have a gap of 7 points, 30 points for Revolution, but who has also accumulated 15 points already on those two maps. And then we have Marcin and Matt both with 32 points. So everything can happen. If they have a bad last map, everything can happen here. Massa also 72 seconds behind, not points. Coco with a very good jump, approaching this identity yet again. Legu, making it, gets overtaken by Pack here. Matt also making it, and also Roland. But Roland down to P8, gets overtaken by Revolution here. So Revolution does it really good, and they are direct opponents. But look at this. Coco actually, after I praised him, he choked his second place and is now down to P12, I think. Or no, P11, because Agir cannot overtake him. Oh man, but every player will move up one position, and this is super good for Matt, Revolution, and also Roland here, because Coco only got 9 points from the two prior maps. So Roland is capitalizing from that, but a 7th place is not sufficient for him. He needs more than that. He needs more than that. But bad to see that Coco, even though he was on 3rd place, that he choked it like that. This is, you hate to see that sometimes. So you can see that at this part, every player has the pace. Every player has the pace. But it's only the mindset and the pressure you have to handle. This is the cracking point. After all, Coco making another mistake. So he finds himself 22 seconds behind the leader, who's still Gwen, approaching the identity for the last time and survives it. And Gwen will win yet another map. After having 2 second places in a row, he will win map number 3. Gwen in 2nd place. Then we have Pack in 3rd. Legu in 4th. Nice to see that after 12th and 14th place. Matt in 5th place. Revolution in 6th. Roland in 7th place. Yannex in 8th. And Afi in 9th. Tricky will round up the top 10. Coco in 11th place. Also Agir is finishing. Massa and Vulnera both DNF'd. Marcin also finishing. And Hedra just behind him. Wow. So not good for Massa here. Not getting any sort of points in this round. So he will get overtaken by multiple players. As he drops maybe even down towards that top 8. Top 8 placement. Or 7th or... No, I think he's 7th or 8th now. Something like that. Yeah, Massa 6th place now. Ronan only 12th. Matt in 8th place. But now it's getting interesting, guys. Now it's the do or die for all of the four TMGL players. Matt, Marcin... No, 5 actually. Matt, Marcin, Revo, Coco, and Roland. This is really important for them, that they are keeping their points now. The better place they get, the better it is for them. So, it will be Zep contest diving. And then we probably have... so we had Mini XXL. Then Bunny Hop. Zeppelin. Now contest. And then we have either Rock or Sky Hero. But we have a break of 6 minutes. which I'm going to use to not talk too much. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Alright, so contest diving is the first map where the players can actually lose their points. I've seen that Gwen is very, very, very strong here. Oh boys, look at that here. SP system. This is the worst system that is there. Because Massa would have been third because he got one good map. I hate that. MotoGP is good, but I think the superior system is this one here. The normal one. Where are the hidden points? Ah, okay, lap time. Ah, okay, I see. Cam the Sheet Master. You can just say that. Alright. 3 minutes to go. Wait. Or are we starting now already? Okay, we're starting now already, as it seems. Be in the top 8 is the quest here. For all of the players, it's do or die for everyone. So contest diving is the map that's going to be played for the 4th map here. As we see Peg falling a bit further behind, as well as Egea. Oh, who is that? No, it's actually Tricky, not having the best start. Already have a second behind. And also Peg making a mistake here. And Bren as well. And Matt. Also, a lot of mistakes have been done by all of the players. Not looking good so far, but of course there's a long way to go here. As we see Roland actually being in 3rd place, just behind Afi and Gwen, the players who could replace him. But Roland wants to say, no, guys, I'm fast. I can do this. So nice to see that Roland puts some effort here and is right now in 3rd. As we see Gwen goes for his alternative line. And actually this is super fast, but super risky to do though. Bren, Legu also in the mix now, but Legu actually, no, it was Bren actually getting the no slide here and drops down towards P11 as it seems, as Marcin and Peck are overtaking him. Actually 12th place, but getting a very good transition here. Oh, who's gonna make that box stay the best? It's Roland falling down, and as well as Revolution. Both of them made the mistake. Oh no. Oh no. Revolution not doing it good, but this is looking grim for the German player, as we see Coco actually not making a mistake, and he theoretically has a chance of granting himself not a spot, but he has more a chance because more of the players will make a mistake. But you hate to see that. Also Matt is down here, so this would have been the favor for Roland, but Roland made a mistake here. Alright. Everything can happen though. We are in lap number 2. Gwen also not the best one here, being in P6. Agir, however, was in 1st, now in P3, and we see a 3-man lead of the OGL players here, and Hedra as well as Agir. So everyone kind of drops down here, but it's the case because we don't have so many CPs here going going on. And oh, let's see, Gwen with a very good line yet again. Oh, this is super close here, battling over with Pack. But Gwen has so much speed here going into that right-hander. Let's see, both of the players getting closer towards Lego and Afi. Pack went for that outside approach yet again. So this is a spicy battle here for that first place. Afi does it really good, but risked too much as well as Gwen. Gwen almost went for the contest diving here, but he was super lucky here to not get punished there by that. But Afi is now down, and it is Tricky and everyone else who is up there who overtook him. And now Gwen actually down to P10. So what is happening here? A lot of huge points are now in the red. As you can see, 52 points, 27 points, 23 points are all in the red. But yeah, Gwen comes back strong. He's just showing that he is the next Code Junior, what he's capable of doing. But let's see Pack here not having the best line and also making a mistake here. So Pack down to P10, being 1.5 seconds behind the leader, who is Bran. Egger just behind, as well as Yannick. Then we have Massa, Morrison, Gwen, Legu, Vulnera. And of course, yeah, Roland and Revolution are in a very, very bad situation, as well as Matt. Coco as well, not in the best spot here. But just imagine, Coco gets 9th place on the last map. And it is, I don't know, Revolution, because he has 30 points, being in last. So this is very important as well. So Revolution just needs to keep sure that he is like in top 10 or something like that, or is not as far behind Coco. Right, but Coco right now in 10th place, not looking good for him. Playing for Team O-Serve. Legu in 5th, great performance by him. He's ahead of Yannick right now, but Yannick also wants to have a saying here. So Legu, a player that really improved over the couple of years. I just have to say that I played with him Zerato Cup, like, I don't know, 2017 or something like that. Or he was on the server and he wasn't that good. He was good. I don't remember if it was him, but he just improved so much. Now he's playing on the biggest stage and seemed to perform super good. This is super good here, playing for Team Versa, as well as Tricky, but Tricky right now on 11th place. So not good for him. Not good at all. Pack 1.5 seconds behind Hedra, who is another 1.7 seconds behind Egea, who's surprisingly the leader of the race, I wanted to say. But then we have Gwen, of course, who also wants to have a saying, but it seems that Gwen has more speed over that section. Let's approach this identity for the 4th time, as we see all of the players approaching it very outside. We see Lego approaching it far inside, but Massa had to respawn, and Massa gets overtaken by a lot of players here. Actually, almost everyone, and it's now Coco almost being in the green again. So only one more mistake that has to be done by a player, and Coco is safe. Oh man, so what a back and forth here in that first place between Egger and Grant. So great effort there from all of the players. Wow, but what a mistake there from Massa, risking it too much, and Massa actually down to P14. So he will most likely lose the points, as well as Bran. What is Bran doing? Revolution will most likely lose the points as well. What is happening here? So all of the TMGL players right now are struggling, and we see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 TMGL players in the red, and 2 players by the name of Marcin and Pack only in the green, and they are only in top 5 and top 7. So Vulnera, Legu, Egger, and Gran top 4 for the OGL players. They're just showing what they are capable of doing. Actually, Vulnera is battling out with Marcin at the moment, approaching this identity for the second last time. Oh, Vulnera almost choking it here, but does it really good. Good approach for him. It's looking good for the French player playing for Team Exalti. Yeah, who was that actually? Who failed that? Oh, who was dropping down? I thought for a minute that someone failed it, but no one failed it here in that section. Oh, Yannick! Okay, it is Coco coming closer towards Yannick, going into that last lap, but Coco not with the best alignment here, and it is him losing so much time. 2.5 seconds now behind Yannick, but it's only one identity misalignment for one of the players here in the top, and Coco will capitalize from that. I'm sorry. Oh, Yannick's with another mistake here. Dropping a little bit further behind, 4.5 seconds, and Coco will come a bit closer. It's less than 2 seconds for him to yeah, like, keep his points. But yeah, look at Gwen. Gwen is on another level, approaching the wall ride for the last time. And we have seen his approach here. Very, very nice approach from the youngster. Being in first now and off to a very, very good time. Could be a 119 here. As we can see him, he has minus 0.02 of a second. Will never drops down though. Gets overtaken by Pack. And also Hedra. The 3 Exalti players here are in the last top 8 positions here. But let's see who's gonna make it happen. Who's gonna survive it and who's gonna choke it. It's everyone making it. Hedra is also making it, and it's Coco, unfortunately, who loses his points if no one will fail this ending. Nope, no one will fail it. And actually Coco will fail it, and Coco gets overtaken by Afi here. But Afi will be in 9th place and therefore loses 27 points. So Gwen wins the 2nd map in a row. Egger just behind, surprisingly. Lego in 3rd place, also very good performance for him. Pack in 4th place, keeps his points. Marcin in 5th. Will never Hedra, Yannick, the Exalti players. So all Exalti players are in a row. But then we have Bren in last place. Revolution and Massa are also losing their points. Tricky. So a lot of huge point losses here. All of the players who had 1-digit points didn't lose their points. But look at this. Zoop. Minus 27, minus 13, minus 14, minus 19, minus 18, and twice minus 23, and once minus 30. So holy moly, so many points have been lost here. Oh man. Bye bye TMGL, he's saying. I mean, nothing is set in stone here. So last 2 maps will be Rock or Roll, and then we will have Sky Hero. This map could also be a make it or break it here for the players. Wait, I'll be right back. Alright. Okay, players are warming up. Tricky is doing some tricks, as it seems. Gwen in first. Holy moly. Then we have Pack in second. Yannick's just behind. And of course Afi lost his points. But still a good performance for him. He doesn't have any pressure right now. Going into the last 2 maps. Rock or Roll by table. One of the coolest maps. Afi doing some tricksters. Yeah, I mean, a friend of mine just wants to take something, wants to take a takeaway. And yeah, I'm there. I don't know if I should take something or not. Because I'm really, yeah. You say not picky, but I don't want to spend my money right now. Okay. So yeah, let's see. Warm-up is over in 1 minute. Second last map. Roland can still make it happen. Roland can still make it happen. As well as Coco. Because if yeah, one of the 3 players, Matt, Marcin or Revolution, is getting very bad 2 maps now. They are dead. Oh, look at the speed from Egger. So Yannick's getting 8th place on the prior map. Right now tied with with Pack, I mean. So Pack and Yannick's are tying or battling out for that 2nd place. Let's go ahead with Roland here for that 1st lap. Egger not with the best start. Pack down to last place. And what is Roland doing? Is he trolling around? Because it's definitely not over for him yet. But Roland down to the last place. As we see Tricky not with the best jump as well. So Roland already 1 second behind the rest of the pack. Not looking good. Oh, what was that? That was not good as well. So I don't know what is going on with Roland, but he is not doing too good right now, which is really sad to see. However, we have Coco in 6th place. Just ahead of him, there is Revolution, Gwen, Afi, and Lego. So 3 OGL players yet again, and also Revolution, Bren, and Massa. 3 TMGL players alongside with Pack are batting it out with him. Coming up to the first identity, we have Lego approaching it first. Oh, Pack also with a very good approach here as well. Who's gonna fail it? Ooh, Coco not with the best jump here. So he gets overtaken by some players, as we see, who actually fell behind. It is like only Marcin who failed the identity, as well as Tricky. So they are definitely out on the battle here for that 1st place. Roland actually survived, and that is only 1.5 seconds behind the green. The green is occupied by Yannick, Afi, Coco, Bran, Revolution. Then we have Gwen in 3rd, Pack in 2nd, nice to see that, and Lego in 1st, also a very comes as a surprise for me. So nice, Lego, great effort here. Oh, but he touches there and Gwen gets closer and actually will overtake him. So what a poor uphill there for him. Yannick's in 9th place and Egger is just behind him in 8th place, I mean. So yeah, Roland, you can actually make it happen here and grant yourself a spot into the top 8. Because if Marcin, Matt, or like Revolution will make a mistake here, you can catch up to them. So let's go. Let's go, Jack. You can do it. I believe, mate. Oh, very good identity for him. Also gathered a lot of speed over that section. But still, yeah. I mean, he didn't get closer towards anyone, but still, it was pretty good for them. And Revolution actually making a mistake here and drops down to P8. And also Coco not with a superior line here. And therefore, Revolution has more speed. And Roland comes closer and closer towards that top 8 placement, as we can see here. Alright. So nothing is decided yet. Roland with a good jump this time. Top 10 for him. Only 0.9 of a second behind Coco, who's right now in the 8th position. The biggest time point loss will be for Marcin here, because he has 27 points on the line. But yeah, nothing is set in stone here as we go into this 270 degree turn for the 3rd time. Roland getting a nose slide, and therefore Massa and Vulnera are capitalizing from that. So Roland down to P12. This is not looking good for the Austrian player, I have to say, but good identity for him as well as for Massa and Vulnera. So very, very great job there from all of the players. Lego with a 1.7.79, and he shows what he's capable of doing. What a battle here for that 1st place between Gwen and Lego. Lego just playing super good here. I just have to say that. I have to really stress that out. Goes for a good line here as well. Jumps a little bit faster towards the first half pipe. Gwen, however, is extending his lead 2.3 of a second. We have seen a player who went for the safe strat. I'm not sure who it was, but we will see that in the next section. As we can see, Lego granting himself that first place. And Bren, it was Bren who went for that safe strategy. And now it will be spicy again because Ronan only 0.9, 1 second ahead, behind Bren, who made that mistake. So players came closer and closer together. Alright, but Ronan up with a good slide. But we see Aguirre as well, 22 points on the line for him, for the Hungarian player. But right now it's not looking too good that he will keep the points. As we see, I think it was Volnera not with the best amount of speed here in that section. And he will most likely get overtaken by both Massa and Roland. But Roland clipping it there. And this is the end for Roland. This is the end for him. Oh no. This is the end for him. No way. Ah, shit, man. So Roland down to P15. And we have Pack in second place now, overtaking Lego after making a mistake. Oh, man. Bren in 9th, however. 8th, I mean, so he's betting it out with Massa. Massa has already lost his points on the prior map, so he will maybe take a little bit of a comeback. Bren only got 1 point. But you hate to see something like that. Roland lacking his focus or is too nervous. But he just made too many mistakes there. But we have none other than Gwen after having two second places and 2 first places. Now he wants to get another first place here. So what a player. She's nice to spectate like that, right? Because the player isn't seeing that one. But yeah, what a time there from Gwen. 108.2. 107 is the best lap so far, and it's actually the fastest lap in general. So great time here from the youngster. Lego 2 seconds behind. Peck betting it out with him. But yeah, no really major position changes are happening here as we are on the last lap already. So Gwen off to a very, very good section here. 74 points, and he can make it 96 points. What a madman. Only one identity is remaining, looking really, really good. Oh, almost choking it there, but he stabilized it. Gwen wins map number 5, Lego in second, Peck in third, and Coco actually gets overtaken here. Oh my god, Coco actually gets 7th place, so he's not out on the business yet. Massa gets overtaken here in the end. And then we have also Marcin who lost his points. So Coco is saying knock knock towards Marcin and Matt. They are getting pressurized because Marcin only with that 14th place. So theoretically, I think now Coco would be in and would overtake Marcin. Oh wait, 7th and 14th place. No, it would be 1 point too less. But yeah, we have one more map, and of course Coco had secured his points. No, he's actually in 6th place now, because Bren only has accumulated 1 point beforehand. So let's see. So Coco 6th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points. He would be 1 point behind Marcin right now. Wow, what a fight. What a fight here. So Coco really needs to keep his points for the next one. If Roland wins, this could also change a lot here. A lot. So we have the infamous identity here. A lot of dreams have been shattered here. And also Coco got eliminated. So he needs to really put that one aside and just has to focus on his gameplay. Alright, so warm-up is starting now. 3 minutes of warm-up. Alright. Okay, fastest times here. Massa, Peck, and Afi. But Massa, I mean, Massa is safe, but still, I mean, he's not performing in this kind of format. Lost his points yet again. Wow, and Coco is the... Coco is the winner of everything here right now. Okay. Oh. Oh man, so much casting going on. My voice is really hurting. So this identity coming up now, but we're focusing on Coco, and then we have Matt and Morrison, and as well as Revolution, who could lose it here. It's almost, I mean, if Roland gets a really good map here, he can still make it. But yeah, let's see. Last map here, Sky Hero. It is Roland who is right now in last place, unfortunately. Then we have, of course, Yannick's, the battle between Yannick's and Legu, but Legu has already lost his points. Oh no, actually didn't. He has at 43 points. Sorry, I was at Tricky's name right now because it's such a back and forth right now. The first mistake has been done by Hadra, who's right now in P16. So this is not looking good. And also Revolution. Speaking of Revolution, he made another mistake. And as well as Massa it was. So Massa down to last place here. As we come into that AO8 section, we see Massa overtaking a lot of players. And also Coco, not with the best section here, down to P16 right now. So the red lantern will be given away towards Revolution now actually. So this is actually pretty good here for Roland, if he knows that. So if Roland will stay here and Revolution will be in last, then Roland and Coco, Revolution and Coco are both here in the last 3 places. So Roland actually does really good, and if he stays here, then he is in. But hopefully he knows that. As we see Yannick's and Legu, all of the players are right now losing their points, and Legu almost clipping them, but jumping into the hole. So Legu will say bye-bye to his 43 points. Oh, no way. So many mistakes here, but Roland still holding strong. Maybe he has put a lot of practice into this track here as he gets overtaken by Yannick's here in that section. Oh man, this is a back and forth here, and also Massa being super far behind Coco in 14th and Marcin in 13th place. So we see Legu, who could be the biggest loser of this step here, but also Coco with a respawn. Coco with a respawn, and Coco now in last, and this is super good here for Roland, and also for who else is there? I mean, yeah, look at Revolution, and we have Matt in first. So this is super good for Matt, Roland, and super bad for Marcin, Revolution, and Coco. But Coco is really feeling the pressure here. Coco is feeling it, and Coco could change everything. Look at that. If Coco will stay here in that 16th place and Roland in 4th, this will be the GG. I think Revolution will overtake, or Roland is not able to overtake Revolution, because these are 9 points, and right now Revolution is only 7 positions behind him. Roland survives his identity as well as all the other players. This is really looking good. Bran moves up to 8th place. Also Revo here in P11. Just behind him is Egger. Then we have Hedra, Legu, Massa dropping down again. So Massa in P16. Coco P14. So not looking good for the player playing for Team Osurf. Here Legu in P13. Still 43 points that will be lost or will be erased for him. But can we just talk about what is happening right now? Matt in first. This is really cool to see. I think Matt just hit his hidden power here on this map. And just plays out of his mind here. So really nice to see that he's actually ahead of Gwen. Gwen didn't make a mistake so far. Average lap for Matt is 120.69. And yeah, really nice here. But Matt with a mistake. Just praising him at Matt making a mistake. And this leads that Gwen is overtaking him. So Gwen now in first place. Matt down to second, but still a very good performance for him. Let's focus here. What is Revolution doing? Because he needs to make a mistake in order to let Roland take his spot in the TMGL. But right now it's looking safe. Revolution just taking it very, very safe here, as you can see. As we see Bran dropping further behind, making a mistake here in this identity. And this, yeah, this is now a battle here for that 12th place between Bran and Legu. Ager in 9th, so he's only 1 second away of Marcin, who is right now in 8th position. But yeah, Matt still holding strong at this 2nd place. Pack just behind him, but very nice to see that. I didn't really think that Matt will be in 2nd place here, but this is an insane performance by the Brazilian player here. As you can see, very, very great performance by him. Gwen is still up in the lead with 1 second. Pack is just behind him, and then we have a huge gap of 3 seconds between Yannick and Pack. Afi in the background. Roland gets overtaken by both of the Exalti players here, but still a very, very close fight here. 4th lap is this, and we have 3 more identities to come, or to be taken by the players. And this means mistakes can happen, of course. Roland down to P6, as I said already, but he's still holding strong. Let's see if he will survive this identity. Yes, it's looking good. Afi actually will fail it, and Afi is dead here. Afi is dead, and he gets overtaken by even Bran and also Legu. So Bran up to P11. Oh man, oh man. So Afi down to P13. Coco DNF'd. Wow, Coco DNF'd, and this means that Coco will definitely not make it here. Oh no, oh no. Coco DNF'd. But then we have the battle here. Roland still in 5th place. And he really needs to rely on a mistake from either Revolution or from... yeah, or from Matt here. But it's really looking good for the Frenchman. Really looking bad for the Austrian now. Wait, what am I talking about? I'm too tired, guys. Too much casting going on right now. But yeah. Alright, going into the 2nd last identity here. We have Gwen in first, Pack in 2nd, and Matt actually in 3rd place. So hopefully Matt will save it here. A 3rd place would just serve the purpose. Bran dropping further behind as Legu will overtake him. But yeah, it is looking like that it's not sufficient for Roland here to make it into the Trackmania Grandleague Season 2. As Matt survives his identity going into the last lap. Coco unfortunately DNF'd. And this is... yeah, sometimes you just hate to see something like that. So, yeah. Oh, man. Okay, who's falling behind? It's Hedra, but it doesn't matter. But Hedra is not able to make it to the CP. So Hedra DNF'd as well. Hedra is dead as well. Alright. Gwen still in first. Pack 2 seconds behind. Matt is battling it out with him. And then we have Revolution here in 9th place. But look at this battle here for that 6th place between Tricky, Egger and Marcin. And also Revolution is here in the mix. He comes a little bit closer Roland will be happy about that, but Roland will only grant himself the points that he's getting for that 5th place. Not more than that, because he can't secure any sort of points. Let's see, one more identity is remaining. Will Gwen win 4 consecutive times in a row, or will he choke the ending? Let's see, Gwen on his way to the victory. And what a step from Gwen. Four first places in a row. Matt in 3rd, but it doesn't matter. Peck in 2nd. Yannick's in 4th, securing his points. Roland in 5th place. Marston actually finishing, and Revolution also. So Revolution is safe. Legu, Afi, Massa also finishing. And then we have Vulnera concluding this evening. Wow. So this was the last step, and it's... we unfortunately have to say that Roland is out, as well as Coco. So GG's. Great performance by Matt. He's very happy about that. And yeah, I mean, Gwen just played out of his mind. 116 points. Wow. So TMGL players, be ready for Gwen to enter the Trackmania Grandleague. Also Yannick's with a very good performance. Afi down to P12. And yeah, Gwen wins this step. And Gwen just with a very dominating performance. Wow. So very good job there. As we see a Pack moving up to the league ranking to P6. No, just kidding. Alright. Wow. So this concludes the stream and my cast. My cast for the last couple of rounds was a bit sloppy because my voice is, or my throat is hurting so much. Yo, thank you M&M Gaming yet again for giving me the opportunity to cast this one. Hopefully I can also cast the upcoming season. But I will just send you over to my desktop for a moment. I will just show you something. Let's see. Because this is the real ranking here, as you can see. We have 52% of the points that have been lost. Wow. Only 3 players didn't lose their points, and they got 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Then we have Ronan. Yeah, Pack played really good. Yeah, Legu, man. What finals? Let's take a look into the standings. We have Gwen winning it, Afi in 2nd. Then we have Pack in 3rd. Really good placement for him. Brennan 4th, Yannick's in 5th. Oh, unfortunately, after 3rd place here. Massa in 6th place. Matt in 7th, really good for him. Marcin in 8th. Legu dropping towards that 9th place, getting overtaken by Marcin here. Revolution stays in. Egea in that, yeah, actually 13th, wait, no, 11th place. So great day here for Egger, granting himself 12 and 11 points and 2 and 1 for the first time. So that was really good for Egger. Tricky just out of Roland with 1 point. And Coco. Both of them are unfortunately out. Vulnera and Hedra are in last, and they are not an option. But yeah, thank you for everything here, Roland and Coco.